It's 2024. The Kennedy half dollar was introduced in 1964, 60 years ago. Yeah, can you believe it? I remember it all. 60 years ago. The early Kennedys, the early silvers, right? Well, everybody jumps to that 1964 first year of issue. But there's a big story to be made for year 2, year 3, and year 4 because they made a special finish for collectors while they were switching proof set facilities, Philadelphia to San Francisco, 64 to 68. Well, tonight, those Kennedys are finally back in stock, and it's one heck of a story. So the first thing to remember is in 1965, we took dimes and quarters out of the silver market, and they never came back. We didn't stop making silver Kennedys until 1970. That was the last one. 71 is when copper-clad took over. The other part of the story is in 1964, the first year of the Kennedy half dollar, Philadelphia made the proof sets. They had made all the proof sets up to that time in history. Well, they stopped that. And in 1968, San Francisco opened, and San Francisco's been in charge ever since. There was a 3-year hiatus, however, 1965, 66, and 67. Oh, by the way, these 3 years. They didn't make an uncirculated set. They didn't make a proof set. But they did make a special mint set, SMS, and it is special. What they did is a regular uncirculated coin is struck once and put in the circulation, right? A proof is a method of manufacture. They polish the dies front and back, and they strike it not once but twice, giving it that mirrored image. A proof. Well, the SMS, the special mint sets that were made by the U.S. Mint, one per year, that set only, these 3 years, were a combination thereof. They took a die and polished it, but they didn't strike it twice, they struck it once, which means you have a little different look and feel to the coin. It's an obvious one. Now, they made silver Kennedys for circulation. In 1965, there were 65 million regular coins. In 1966, there was 108 million regular Kennedys. And in 1967, there was 295 million silver Kennedys put into circulation. But the SMS, which is struck from a proof die once, right? 2.3 million, 2.2 million, 1.8 million. Significantly rarer. Then there's the other side, the rest of this story, and that is the fact that these are high-grade certified NGC 67s. Today, if you go to NGC's website, they're going to tell you every coin they've seen in the last 40 years. Every coin. They're going to tell you in 67 or higher grade, they have seen 15,000 and change 65s. They have seen 20,000 and change 66s, and they've seen 16,000 and change 67s. That means 3-piece sets, the maximum number is 15,679 to be exact. Why does that matter? Because if you go back 1 year earlier to 1964, and they made 3.9 million proof sets, beautiful first year coin, right? And you go to the same website and look at the line right above this one. It's going to say they saw 70,000 67s and higher on the 64s. So these are multiple times rarer. You add all these together and it's still not to the number of coins they made and have seen certified from 64. Now those 64 sell for $59, $69 each. Tonight, we have the 67 grade from 65, 66, and the year 1967 for under $35 a coin. And they're significantly rarer. And they have that little extra going for it, which is their silver Kennedys. My competition, here are their numbers. 67, 67, 72. That means they're under $200 for the same set were under $100. So the Kennedy half dollars are beloved, right? It's our last presidential coin in circulation. Still in circulation, 60 years strong, 2024, right? Heck, it's to a point now where they make 1.5 million coins just for collectors. They stopped making this coin for circulation in 2001. We love it still, and they make it today. Bags, rolls, and those beautiful uncirculated sets. But this 3-year part of history, moving from Philadelphia to San Francisco for proof sets and special uncirculated sets, they came up with a hybrid, the best of both worlds, which is taking an uncirculated coin on a proof polished die and striking it once. Leaving it a finished, you can tell. You can tell. Put this next to one of those coins that were put into circulation, the same silver coin, night and day. Not even the same. Guys, give me a 1-minute clock, please. So I love the Kennedy series. I know many of you do. I mean, there's, again, 1.5 plus million collectors still adding to their sets every year. If you go back in history, the early years, in this case, year 2, 3, and 4, you're going to find a sleeper. A coin that's significantly rarer than its first-year counterpart, which is usually the coin, right? Well, in the Kennedy series, there's an anomaly there because we stopped making proofs, so there wasn't a year 2 proof until 68, and that was San Francisco, a whole different story. But year 2, year 3, and year 4, they did make a special collector coin, the SMSs. And tonight, we have the certified 67s, where my competition's at $199.50, we're under $100, $99.95 for the entire 3-piece set. Under $35 a coin, they're $67, $67, $72. So how about that story? These Kennedys are special.